To take precedence means to take priority over something. Online learning. This is a type of learning where we use gadgets like phones, laptops, tablets to learn via the internet. Dear judge, ladies and gentlemen, this motion simply means the type of learning where we learn through the internet should be more prioritized than traditional classroom learning. Currently in Uganda, over 55% of the learners are using online system of learning. According to our research as the affirmative, we have also found out that over 55% of the learners are using online instead of traditional classroom learning. We also believe that our opponents went online to search for their points of argument. Dear judge, these are the areas we will base on to win this debate. Promote research and creativity, personalization, flexibility and accessibility. I'm going to talk on promote research and creativity. If you've learned from school, sometimes at school you don't pick up what the teachers taught well. That's why we prefer you going online. And in the online lesson, the points, the way those teachers teach, they teach slowly and slowly, that the child will get time to understand. Though these slow learners, and perhaps some teachers do not know how to take the slow learners. Though you go for consultation when you have not understood a concept, the teachers will not understand whether you understand the lesson or not. Compared with the internet, if I can put for instance illustrations. When they draw illustrations, they draw it slowly, so that they draw a part, they name it, and they define it, and the teachers online, they define it in such a way that the child will understand. Compared to the traditional, you first have to wait for the teacher to draw the whole thing. Even you don't know which part is for this and for this, but you will not know. But the online is going to show you section by sector. And in this traditional classroom, what if the teacher is sick? The children are going to miss a lot. A lot will not be missed. And you may ask a question that the teacher is going to come back and repeat. Yeah, the teacher will repeat, but do you even know that the term will get done before the syllabus getting done? But this online, though the teacher is sick or anything, because we don't know what's teaching us, though the teacher is sick, there's another person's lesson that you can attend to make you understand. Even these teachers, some of them, they miss school intentionally. In the online, there's no teacher that misses school intentionally. If you have to go to the online lessons play up, you're going to find that there's a lot of teachers that teach and they send the lessons online so that the children can understand best compared to the traditional classroom learning. And in the traditional classroom learning, some teachers may not come to school because of low payment. And there are very many teachers that are ignorant of this thing. In our country, there's a lot of schools that is underpaying the teachers, and the teachers will say, "I'm underpaid, so I will not go and teach these pupils." It's wasting your time with the pupils. Rather, you just have to go to the online and learn best, but with the internet, because there's nothing that's going to say, I'm underpaid or what. It's not there, because in the online, after sending your lesson in the internet, when the children, other parents, when they are to see, they are going to take their children to learn, and you gain money other than this waste of time in traditional classroom learning, where sometimes they are not also paid.
This house believes that online learning should take precedence over traditional classroom learning. The negatives came and talked on socialization and building connection between the teacher and the child. Do you mean that while practicing the online learning, you will not be having any connection between the teacher and the child? Or will the teacher help you if the teacher does not know you? So online learning also builds connection between the teacher and the child. They talked about consultation. We have traditional classroom consultation and online consultation. Do you mean all these teachers who teach you, they store the things in the brain? No. Other textbooks give wrong information. So the teachers will go and search online for more information. They will come and teach you with it. The teachers also go for consultation online. It does not mean that the teachers are the only people who can give consultation to children. You talked about building talents. We have phone wizards. Is that one not a talent? You can be typing using a phone for an hour. Is that one not a talent? It's a talent. It does not mean that if they take you to the field, you're good at sports, you're good at what? That is not the only talent God has given to somebody. We have phone wizards that they can use the phone for like 2 hours without stopping constantly. They cannot even rest. That is a talent God has given you. You talked about buying data. If I am to ask you, do you think the money you will be spending on buying data is as expensive as paying school fees? No. You can go and buy data for 5,000, but you will get a school paying school fees for 1 million shilling. Is that one cheap? Or it's not cheap? So instead of going for the traditional classroom learning, you just go and buy data for 5,000, or else you use the Wi-Fi for more information. Wi-Fi on full is wide fidelity. And other teachers, they go to the... Not allowed. Other teachers go to the internet like in the AI. AI on full is artificial intelligence. Not allowed. As the second speaker said, I will add more... Hello.
Speaker, can you compare the amount of money which is used to buy a phone with the amount of money which we can use to buy a book? The phone, most of the phones in these days are too expensive. For example, you can buy a Technophone at 500,000. I'm not comparing a book. That 500,000 can buy for you a book for like 3 years.
Yes, phones are expensive, but do you think books will last forever with you? Books can get lost, but the phone, even though the phone gets lost, you can go and buy a phone. You go to your Google account, you will get all the notes are stored for you there. Our second speaker talked about our first speaker talked about teachers. They talked about teachers being like, they asked you a question. What if the teacher was sick? Let me put more on that question. If the teacher is sick, will it not affect the lesson? It will affect the lesson. Even though the teacher comes back and start teaching the lesson again, the term will cut the teacher short before the topic is done. Instead of other teachers, they don't bother, especially in government schools. They'll say that even though I don't teach, no one will know. I'll just go to the head teacher and lie that I was sick. That one is not going to give good performance to the children. It will just be making the children to become dull. So if the teachers don't come to school, who will teach the children? Will the children just come in the morning and sit there? The knowledge will not come by itself and enter into the children's brain. It must be the teacher to come and teach the children. You are using the online method of learning. Even though you are at home or what, you can buy data for 5,000, as I said. You can sit in the sitting room. It is not that if you are for the online learning, you cannot understand other contents. You can understand more than while in the traditional classroom learning. In the online learning, if they bring for you a new term, you can search, you can say, what do you mean by this term? They will bring for you more information on that term, the definition and all those things that are concerned on that term. Unlike for the traditional classroom method, whereby teacher comes and teach only small contents a day, goes back. For the online learning, you can make up your mind to learn the content at once. So you will sit in the sitting room and learn the content at once, instead of waiting for the teacher to teach today, tomorrow come and teach the same thing, tomorrow next come and teach the same thing. And that one is not good. You will be left behind, other people will be in front.
I'll begin my speech in 3, 2, 1. Resolve. This House believes that online learning should take precedence over traditional classroom learning. We heard the negative side talking on promotion of research. And they say that the school will promote a law that will abolish teachers from being absent from schools. But do you think other teachers even they are the alcoholics. They take alcohol, and when they take the alcohol, don't, like in the morning when they're supposed to come to school, they will not be in position to come to school at the right time. Even though they will not miss the school, they will not reach the school early. So the children will be missing a lot. The lessons will be passing because they should follow the timetable. They also say that most government schools pay teachers, and because that one is a government school, but do the government pay the teachers at the right time? So the teachers, if they are not paid, they will still say that they are not being paid their salaries early, so they will not teach the students. That will also affect the student in such a way that the students will be, or the children will be missing the content to be taught at the particular time. They talked on promotion of socialization and group work. But do the online learning not promote online socialization and group work? Because when you're learning online, you just be there. Not that you're the only person learning online. There are people learning online, and if you want to raise a certain view, not allowed. When you want to raise a certain view, you can even raise when that teacher teaching you is seeing you. So it promotes socialization. That's why our point as love.
Speaker, you were telling us that the like for example, other teachers who used to bring alcohol and they may be coming to school late. But we are saying that if the person heading a school will set a law that will safeguard those teachers from coming late and also missing school, so it will be impossible for the teachers also to teach in time.
Will that law go and tell the teacher to stop drinking alcohol? The teacher will be, because we know very well that alcohol also causes addiction. So the other teachers, if they do not yet drink alcohol, they will not be in position to teach. And if they drink the alcohol, we know very, very well that alcohol is not good for human health. And that teacher will not be in position to come to school early at the right time scheduled on the timetable. We as the affirmative, as our first affirmative speaker laid down the line of argument, I'm going to speak more on personalization. When you're learning online, you'll be using gazettes. And these examples are the computers, phones, to mention but a few. And if I am learning through online, I'll be having those gazettes, and it will be owned by me. I'll be the one in charge of it. So I'll use it at any time, anywhere I want, because it's mine. I'm the one personalizing it. And it will make it easy, because if you're learning through the traditional classroom learning, you will not be in position to own the teacher or the classroom for you to move with it, because these gazettes used in the online learning, they are also portable, unlike in the traditional classroom learning. That will make our point as personalization to stand. And we as the affirmative, we still agree that traditional classroom learning should take precedence over online learning. Just because of the payment in the online learning. If you, because the people using online, we don't think that they don't know there is traditional classroom learning. They know, and they will be taking the online learning instead of traditional learning, because they have decided to use the online learning. They will be in position to buy everything required, so as for them to acquire the online learning.